part of your life. Trust me on that one. Straight up. But you got to let go. Like, that's the hardest part, is people aren't ready to let go. Everybody's ready to let go of reality. Like, oh, I'll let go of reality and I'll just go up fucking, I'm just going to fucking fly away. I saw this shit fucking at the 2012 thing. Go read my blogs. I fucking was there. Go watch my videos. I was there. Go watch my documentary in 2012, An Astrologer's Tale. Type it in. I was there doing the work. And I saw all these blogs and I saw all these people just promoting that they're all leaving. And you should have seen the pain. The pain in all these people's blogs, all their shit, when the leaders of these fucking false, idle, predictions of ascension and leaving made them realize that they have to still be here. And they still have to go poo. And they still gotta fucking put gas in the car. And they have to brush their teeth every day still. And they gotta feed their cat and their dog. And they gotta go walk it and get a fucking little doggy bag and pick up the poop. And if you have fucking crazy issues going on, go get help. Go get help. Don't be afraid of fucking Western doctors and even Eastern doctors or whatever. But if you're so set, again, ego, like, I will not go Western. I will only go Eastern. I'll only change my diet. I will only be like this. I will only do that. It's like, you are going to reach even harder of a rite of passage, because it is all teaching you to let go of your ego. Because what is ego? Everything in the universe is at your disposal to help you, including the things that you are vindicating as negative or bad. And it's usually the thing that is the most negative thing that you say you can't do. Oh, I cannot let go of this. I cannot go into that. I cannot receive that from these kind of energies. There's no way I'm going to a medical doctor. And in some cases, or some people, they might need a vaccine. Even though I've seen all the proof that you're right. Vaccines are not good. But there are some that are good. There are some that are bad. You have to be your own. You got to look at it like a video game, and like whatever tool you need is going to get you through the game. Instead of taking this reality so serious by cock blocking yourself from everything that you need. Straight up. And then feeling guilty over it. Like, oh, I can't believe that's what fixed me, but that was against my beliefs, and that's what the my spiritual friends at Burning Man tell me that there's a better way, and they're judging me. Oh my God. It's like, okay, you're so worried about the people that are just fucking sitting around doing drugs? Fucking all that. That's what you're worried about? That's what you're worried about? Fucking crazy. That's crazy. You know? It's like, hello? You know what? Just for everybody, I'm eating a fucking donut right now. I'm giving myself a fucking dessert. I did my light work today. Every fucking day. I'm doing it while I eat my fucking dessert. You know what I mean? There's fucking zero excuses. Zero. Nada. No excuses. Oh, I need time. I need time. Time's up. It's up. I need more time. You need more fucking time to continue saying that you need more time. Straight up. Let's be real. You do not want to go through that rite of passage. You're like, fuck that. My ego is only going to go through the way I want. I want to go through God's door the way I want to go through. Well, I'm here to tell you that fucking God, I'm sorry to say, God didn't create the entrance just for you. God created the engines for everybody to come in as pure connection to spirit, pure connection to soul. And however that you got there, whatever you got to shed off, that's not alignment with your truth, that's not alignment with who you are, you've got to like let that shit go. It sucks. Not easy. Not fucking easy. So somebody just said, if I could find the door, the fucking door, I would. The door is, you can feel the calling of what is right and what to do. But the door is the one that has all those doubts. Like money is always a big doubt. No, I don't have the money to do it. 2, I'm secure and safe. So I don't want to fucking do anything that's crazy. Because like, gosh, what will happen to my kids? What will happen to my living situation? What will happen to my fucking whatever? Guess what? That shit will get handled. Believe me. Trust me on that one. I mean, it comes down to the wire sometimes, and that's the other part of the whole spiritual test. You want to know people who make the most money and who make money, the 1%? They don't worry. And they trust. Somehow it always fucking happens. After so many years of doing the light work, and especially being an astrologer, when nobody was fucking doing it publicly, right? Like, and I was just getting castrated and fucking told I was a crazy person and fucking doing all this shit, right? Like, I'm just like, fuck, I don't know. Like, I remember it was the most freeing feeling of my life leaving the path in which I knew I was not supposed to be on and going fully just as a light worker and astrologer, not knowing how the fuck I'm going to survive, going into the wilderness of the universe in reality and being like, okay, fuck, I have to fucking show up. I have to do this shit. And fucking like, oh, $600 to go to UAC. Thanks, Michael Erlewine. And you'll get my plane ticket. I'm on my way. Will you put up a sign that says I do astrology readings there? Sure. Now, I worked fucking my ass off for 6 days, but that's the other thing is the spiritual light community is wondering, hey, Leo King, how the fuck did you get all this shit? I'm like, I fucking work every day, all the time. I treat it like it's a job. And I see everybody putting pictures like, look I have manifested the life of my dreams. I have my laptop on the beach on a Tuesday. Wonderful. As long as you're doing the light work, I'm down with it. But, you know, I'm one of those, like, big lighthouses where I'm like, where the fuck are the big lighthouses? Because there are not a lot of those around. I'm going to go live in Bali for 6 months and play around and be spiritual. You're playing spiritual recess, which is cool. Maybe you need some tribe. Maybe you need some more, you know, shit. But holding it down every day? Holding it down all the time? You know, like that. How else do you build? How else do you build? You fucking have to hold it down. You know? You have to hold it down. And God, you know, I mean, I look back. I mean, I'll even just go on my phone right now. Let's fucking see years. I love this shit. How you can do this now on fucking iPhone, right? So I can go to fucking 2008, 2010. All right. I didn't have an iPhone until 2014. I was always Android, and then I finally switched. So, these are the pictures, the first pictures I took with my first iPhone, which is December 10th, 2013. Right? I got Leo like a month or 2 weeks before. He's a little baby. Okay? But I'm sitting in an apartment in Hollywood, which there was no... I had no credit. I had just a PayPal, and I was using like, it was called the Walmart money card. Okay? So I was taking money from the PayPal and transferring it to that debit card, which was not a bank. It was just a money card debit card to pay my bills. And then I would have to go to ATMs with that, and it was only letting me take out $400. So to pay my rent, which was $1,550 in Hollywood, in my 1-bedroom apartment, and I was just sitting and doing readings all day out of there. This is a year and a half after doing horoscopes every day. Before that, I was living and renting a room for $600 at my buddy's house, which was like a deal of a century in Irvine, and it was amazing. And honestly, the universe set that up, because I was homeless before that doing the videos. So I did that for a year, and then there was like 3 months where I was like couch surfing and, you know, just doing the videos on the top of my fucking piece of shit car with a laptop, and then finding internet and putting it up every day, and then doing readings at coffee shops with fucking internet and in backyards of random people, and it was gnarly. It's a rite of passage. But I finally got to this place, and I would have to go every day for 5 days. I'd go pull out $400 to get $2,000. And then I'd take that fucking $2,000, and I'd have to pay the stupid fees too. And I'd go to the fucking check cashing place, which was right on the corner of Hollywood and Whitley where I lived, and fucking get my fucking cashier's check and give it to my landlord of the fucking apartment complex fucking every on the 1st. You know what I mean? Until 2013 finished, 2014 came, and I had to do taxes. And I had to catch up on some back taxes. And because I didn't have a corporation, and I was doing it under just PayPal, and I made like 74 grand in readings in 2013, I got raped. I paid $24,000 in taxes. And that was what I had saved. I had like 25 grand saved, gone in one day. I had to pay it all. Whoop! So I was like stressed. I had $1,000, and I fucking had this apartment, and I had all my bills and all that shit, and I was freaking the fuck out. But my accountant's like, hey, we're building you a corporation right now, which part of that money I also had to spend on buying the corporation, which every year in California you pay $800 plus 1% of all your fees, plus then you have to do now your personal returns, and you got to pay the accountant to do the accounting, and you got to pay the fucking tax, the tax returns for corporate, which are different and way more expensive. They were fucking around $1,000 a return to the tax person, and then my personal shit. But he's like, just do the work, the reality shit, and trust me, you won't get taxed like that again. I'm like, okay. Thank God. I just realized, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because the situation from MTV fucking on Jersey Shore, when the same time True Beauty was going on, and they were making a shit ton of money, and we were like, what the fuck? We had more views than them, everything. We were on ABC, and they were hot. So they fucking he made $8.9 million in those first 2 years. Didn't fucking get a corporation, didn't fucking pay taxes, and went to jail for the last 8 months for fucking tax evasion. One of the biggest things I ask people when they want to join my app or join me in work and do a big project, I'm like, oh, do you have a company? No. I'm like, do you pay your taxes? No, I haven't paid those in like 4 or 5 years. I'm like, well, bye-bye. Because I ain't fucking around with that shit. It's reality. Like, you cannot become self-sufficient if you don't even know how to play the fucking game. You know what I mean? So long story short, you just gotta fucking trust. Like, you go to a place where like there's no way it's gonna fucking work, right? Like, there's just no fucking way. Like, it's impossible, right? So, I mean, this is like some of the original spiritual dance musics. You know what I mean? Like, in my living room with a green screen, and just slowly every month saving some extra money and buying a piece of equipment. It was such an old apartment that it had an old 1930s fucking heater in the wall. You know what I mean? It was dope, though. They had redone it. And then, this is February 9th, 2014. I did the Conscious Life Expo on the astrology panel there. Then, people were watching my horoscopes. I went to the fucking Oscars and got I walked the red carpet at the fucking Oscars. No joke. It was fucking great. Then John Edward found me, and I flew to Atlanta and fucking did a talk with John Edward in Atlanta. Like, it just starts all falling in your lap. Fast. Then I built the Leo King, and I took all the pictures for it, and I prepared for the launch. Well, I launched Leo King in 2013, but I fucking started to actually go, okay, I'm going to create a character. I'm going to, like, take the pictures of him, and I'm going to fucking own this shit. I'm going to own this fucking shit. I'm going to fucking be... I'm just trying to inspire people to be like, you've got to at least own it fully and put everything fucking into it. There's no such thing as like, I'm a fucking spiritual person like 2 days a week. Like, you know, I do a weekly report. I do a weekly fucking blog. You know, let's get to some real fucking talk. It's about, you know, not only, it's about the light work, it's about helping people, it's about all that. Then, this is where this gets back to reality shit. Like, don't you want to make money and have a life that you want to do instead of do all this work and then fucking living, always bouncing around worrying about money all the fucking time? Right? Like, there's nothing wrong with making money. The spiritual community is a big one on that one, especially around doing the spiritual work. Don't you want to make money? You know what the money is for? Sure, it's to buy a house or to buy a car and to get the basic things of living and to pay your bills. But the main thing is to buy the tools to make the work better for the people. Because nobody's going to just give you that fucking money to do it. Nobody's just going to give you money and say, fuck yeah, roll with it. You have to pay that money back? You're going to get interest? Or you're going to have to give away part of your fucking sovereign company? Or you have to give stock away? Or you're going to have to give something away, and then that light's diminished. In some sort of way. And then you put that money, and then you retreats in Sedona. And you know what? Everything I ever did, I put fucking everything back into the company, into myself. Because then, that's how you grow. That's how you keep growing. And the more that you grow, the more you take another step and another risk. Risk is not like from here to here, okay? Risk is, I took a risk, I took another risk, and you build the blocks like this, very slow, okay? Okay, dude, I'm going to do this retreat. I'm going to see if can 50 people show up to Sedona and pay this much money and pay for the rooms that are fucking like $300 a night? Let's see. Fuck it, let's see. They did. Oh. Maybe I should fucking try a USA tour in 2014. I'll just go to all these cities. I mean, people are watching me on YouTube. Let's see if they'll fucking show up. Fucking everybody showed up. So, reality is the main point. So when people ask me, like, how the fuck have you got a studio and da-da-da-da-da, guess what? All that. All the people involved. Abby, to Craig, to everything. It all came from just saying, I'm going to fucking be this light worker and doing it 100 fucking %. You know what's funny? People are like, oh, do you go to festivals? I'm like, yeah. I mean, like, you know, I used to go to them. Now it's like, you know, like people be like, do you go to Lightning in a Bottle? I'm like, yeah, it was one of the first spiritual talks there with Bashar. It's online. Go watch it. That's what starts happening when you step into your power. You're not that person that's like, yeah, I went there, I had a good time. You're that person that's like, oh yeah, actually I was one of the first people who was there doing the actual talk with Alex Gray behind me doing fucking his crazy psychedelic paintings. I remember at that moment in 2013 when I did a Lightning in a Bottle, I'm like, wow, this is fucking crazy. I've only been doing this shit a year. So when people start to say, like, I fucking Ascension, fucking, oh my God. No, the Ascension is to get you to be a fucking master of this reality and fucking change people's lives. Wake them the fuck up and get them out of the herd. That's the job. To then, for them to become sovereign, light worker beings in themselves, or maybe their assistants, or maybe their guides, or maybe they're going to help generate other systems of light work. But whatever it is, you have to remember that it is all about making sure that you're still in reality, not leaving it. It's not about leaving the reality. That's an illusion with Neptune and Pisces, that you can escape this place. Let's be real. Let's do astrology for 1 minute. Neptune and Pisces is the delusion of escape to out of the reality. There is no escape from the reality. Death is the greatest escape. Death, when you die, naturally. Not when you choose to die, but when the universe has chosen it. That's your out. That's your out. So, remove the whole, you're going to escape. Remove the whole attachment to, I can't wait till I die. Because guess what? That's not a fucking good light worker. Like, I don't wake up and go, I can't wait till I fucking die. Fuck yeah. Like, this sucks. You got to do the opposite. Like, I can't wait to continue to have all the life force and the energy that I need every day to bring out the work to change people's lives every fucking day, because it's going to bring me fucking the things I need to make it better and to make my life happy, and so I can live my own personal life in this reality and fucking flourish and feel good in it. And whatever fucking issue comes up or any problem that comes up in life, there's a solution to it. And the more that you have responsibility in your life, the more that you have weighted responsibility of actual purpose, that creates abundance, that creates wealth, which gives you all the tools that you need to handle any of your problems. And you can't be afraid of whatever the solutions are. So when I had panic disorder and I had fucking anxiety disorder, the Ayurvedic doctors couldn't do it. The Chinese medicine doctors couldn't do it. Every yoga instructor that I was with couldn't do it. The dietitians that I had, going vegan, going vegetarian, like going against my natural self, who likes soda. I got rid of caffeine. And so I was like, why go back on caffeine since fucking, so I've been on caffeine since forever. People think Sprite has caffeine. No, there's no fucking caffeine in Sprite. And I went back to fucking being myself, but I went to the last place I wanted to go in the world. A fucking mental hospital. It's not really a mental hospital. It's just an outpatient behavioral like thing. It's outpatient. Outpatient means you're not inpatient. You just show up every day and then you leave. You're there for 3 hours, 4 hours. And fucking all the shit I went through in my life. Getting kicked out of the military. Going to jail at 18. Like reality shit. My parents getting divorced. Fucking, little shit starts popping up that you don't realize as the reality that you're in. I remember in one session, as in a group session, we were talking about like betrayal. And I was like, well, I really haven't been betrayed this life. I was like, wait, hold on. Like, one of my best friends in high school, like, started fucking my ex-girlfriend that lived across the street from me. And that was really hard because he just like didn't want to tell me. But his car would roll up and he drove to a 73 Mustang. So fucking it was like, he had a 351 Cleveland in that thing. You can fucking hear it fucking, and then there he is. Like, and then it's like he's walking in her house. I didn't feel betrayed. I wouldn't have given a fuck for him dating her, but it was more of that he hid it from me and then was like, and just in plain sight, just like, I'm going to do this motherfucker. It's like, it's fine. If they would have hooked, after they hook up, then you just say, hey, like, this is going down. That's a lot better than just being like hooking up and then not doing anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's fair game. Like, they're broken up. I was broken up. Whatever. But it was just more of like the whole, like, not going to talk to you about it and not be your friend and not even say anything and just be like, whatever. It just would have been like, hey, like, this is what happened, and, would have been like, hey, thanks for letting me know. At least gives, you know, like, and so, but like, you don't realize that those things, all the things in life that you go through from a child, every little thing in your life of this reality, it's creating stress. It's creating something. It's creating an emotional connection. It's creating an emotional body. And it's sitting in there. And unless you know how to deal with it, and unless you know how to get it out, and unless you know how to talk about it, unless you know how to become aware of it, you are going to fucking stress this life. That's where cancer comes from. Cancer is the sign that deals with emotion. People get cancer from emotional attachment to things. And the number one emotional attachment, believe it or not, is not letting go of what God wants you to let go of. That's what creates cancer. And God will give you the signs when it's like, let go of this now. And God will always give you a sign before it goes just out of nowhere. That's the truth. If you don't know how to release, so when people, the last live I did on Instagram, I put on YouTube, people are like, you're off the handle, Leo King. And then somebody brought up my ex-wife, as if like, you're just not over your ex-wife. And she didn't get brought up, nothing. It's like, what? Like, off the handle? I'm just fucking being real. That's who I am. I'm letting all my emotion out all the time. That's who I am. Like, if I imagine me holding all this shit in all the time, I'd fucking be insane. I'd be insane. That's freedom. That's liberty. That's freedom. Freedom is to be able to just let it out and express yourself and be who you are. Period. Like, this is me, motherfuckers! Ah! There's no more liberating feeling in the world. In the fucking world than that. This is who I am, and I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. There's nothing in the world more liberating than that. And what's even more liberating than that is when people actually like it. And what's even more liberating than that is when it actually creates the life and the abundance and everything that you want in your life, and you can be completely yourself. I can fucking be me right now in a fucking parking lot at fucking almost midnight or almost 1 a.m. and fucking just be talking to you all and fucking be like, blah. And then when I put this thing on YouTube, it'll get fucking how many tens of thousands of fucking views.